Monday started like most. He was up in the morning, the time to catch a ride to Boise from his home in a neighboring town. They arrived at the building located on the company's campus, and he went to the entry door. He passed his card through the card reader lock. The door didn't open. He tried it again. Still no unlock. He then tried it several other times. Nothing. Finally, the security guard who was right there came over to him and told him that if his card wasn't working, he had probably been fired. Fired? The fact, he actually had been terminated. This was Monday morning. No one had said anything to him last Friday when he left the facility. Before this event, he hadn't had anyone say they were not satisfied with his work, that he had to modify his work, that he had needed to improve. There was no probation. Here he was, stuck in Boise for at least the next 8 hours until his ride was done with his work. That is when he called me. I could not imagine this international, well-known company, you would know the name, terminating employees that way. It would have made the two founders of this company turn over in their graves. In fact, when I approached the middle manager with that concern, his response was that the group that terminated this individual was really a contracted group handling sales, and that this was not the responsibility of the mother company. I couldn't believe he said that. Neither could the young man I picked up in Boise and drove him home. He couldn't believe he was fired that way. I would have been upset if on Friday afternoon, if it had been me, at the end of my shift, an administrator would have come to my desk and let me know that I did not need to report for work on Monday because I was being let go. Where was an evaluation? Where was some direction on what was needed for improvement? Where was the opportunity for me, or in this case him, to make any recommended changes? They weren't there. This kind of treatment I believe, is one of the reasons why many of the companies listed in the Fortune 500 lasts only a few years. My observation verifies the sad fact that too many companies, actually leadership of those companies, treat their machinery better than they treat their people. The books I've referred to are full of common sense applications. For example, from our last session, the formula GNSP equals HLOS, greater number of successful people equals higher level of organization success, is so logical that it could be no different. And, by the way, letting people go should be considered seriously, since hiring is more expensive than most folks believe. I would recommend you look at my YouTube on the cost of hiring. You can use it to figure out exactly what it costs to hire an individual. And it is much more than most leaders think. But we're getting away from the point. The point. The point is that people are your most expandable, not expendable, expandable asset. Your copy machine will always be a copy machine. Sure, copy machines, computers, phones, and pads will improve and have greater capacity. However, it has been my experience and is my observation that human beings can come up with more new ideas, extrapolate through more situations, work with other people faster and more innovative than any machine. Yes, they can be more trouble. You just can't reboot them or pull their plugs, but they have a capacity that makes them more valuable, a greater asset than anything you can find. They are your most important bottom line. Treat them right, frankly, like you want to be treated. In future chapters, we're going to sessions, we will look at some things that will help you work with people more effectively. Hope to see you then.